Hello there, Pisces. This is Cindy from the New Moon Tarot. I'm a witch, a tarot card reader, and I was a trained therapist. This is a general love reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pisces for the week of August 31st. This is for those of you who are in separation from someone who betrayed your trust in some way. Um, this one doesn't resonate so much, Pisces. Go ahead and check your natal chart and look at my other readings this week. One of those may be more closely matching your energy. If you're a cross watcher, meaning that you're involved with the Pisces, or you would like to be, keep in mind that the energies are probably going to be reversed since Pisces is the focus. And if you'd like to order your own private reading, you can find all of my info down below in the description box. So we have a black and white theme happening here this week. I have clear quartz and I have smoky quartz and some terminated quartz. All right, let's get started. So we're going to look at the overall energy, present situation, you, your person, the advice, and the outcome. So what I'm seeing here with the Five of Cups is regrets. The Five of Cups is focusing on the past. You can see like she has this cup that's kind of flowing down into this abyss. It's focusing on what was, what happened, what you can no longer change. Um, Largely due, I think, to the Seven of Swords that popped up here. And the Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, sneaky, shady, however you want to term it. It's someone who is not being completely honest with you, someone who is doing things behind your back in some way, betraying your trust. And behind that, peeking out behind, is the Ten of Wands. This is the Modern Witch Tarot deck that I'm using this week, and I love it. So there are some emotional burdens here, probably due to this behavior. So this person does have a conscience for what they did. They feel bad about what they did, yet they still did it. So, all right, let's take a look at the present situation. And, ooh, all right. We have the first oracle reading, which is White Terra and sensitivity. You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. And that's odd with the chemical thing at the end, but I think what the crux of this is that this relationship got out of control. It was too much. It was too quote unquote harsh for you. There were, things that were going on there that were not right. This wasn't an environment that was healthy for you. And you probably are feeling a little more sensitive right now. After someone has betrayed us, we feel it. We feel that betrayal, and it kind of heightens everything. So we have the Ten of Swords, which in this deck is everything is fine. Yeah, everything is definitely not fine. You are feeling stabbed in the back. This person betrayed you in some way. Now, the Knight of Swords is interesting. It could be that this was hasty, impulsive behavior that led to this from your person. Um, Maybe they don't always think things through. Not that that is an excuse. Um, so it could be that, or it could be that this ended abruptly. You can see the wind coming out of his shoe, like as he's like running away. There could have been a confrontation. Things ended pretty fast. There wasn't a chance to kind of process the situation. That's another possibility. Let's look at your energy here. We have healing family issues. I don't know so much if it's family issues, but I do think there's a healing going on here, although it's possible that you do have children. Um, it says forgive your parents. I don't think that's the deal. I think it's about healing. Because I think you discovered something with the Page of Swords. The page is, he can be a little bit sneaky as well, but it's more like checking up on someone. I think your intuition was talking to you, telling you that something wasn't quite right about this situation because of the Seven of Swords up there. And with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, that is not giving any more time to this situation. I think you figured out what they were up to. And I think for a lot of you, that was the last straw. You're like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Um, All right, let's take a look. We also have for you the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak. It's a heartache. It's feeling that betrayal. I mean, like the heart has been literally stabbed by those swords. We also have Justice in reverse. So it's possible that there's a divorce proceedings like going on here. It's possible that this person is involved in the legal profession. They could be a Libra because this is the major arcana for Libra. There's also the possibility that those scales just aren't balancing. They did something unethical. Your relationship is imbalanced. They betrayed you, and that's how this is playing out. Because then we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a victory, but in this case, I'm thinking you felt like there was no victory available to you in this situation. There was no way you could win, not with the behavior that they were exhibiting, whatever that was, lying, cheating, whatever they were doing. And we have the Six of Swords. You left, they left. There's also, this card can also mean moving into calmer waters. So maybe there was just too much going on with this relationship. You just couldn't do it anymore. You needed less chaos in your life. You needed a less harsh environment, as your oracle said above. And I do think that you're in need of healing, kind of putting yourself together. Now, keep in mind that time and energy is fluid here. Some of you have already gone through this situation and you're dealing with like the long game here. You're dealing with the aftermath of it. So I will get some comments like, "No, I'm not worried about it. I'm not angry anymore." And that's cool for you, but there are some people who still are. So we have true love. I think this person realized, they seriously screwed up and that you were quote unquote the one, that there was a strong connection here. And we'll get to that more in the advice down below. But with the Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups, I think they are fantasizing about the past, or almost. So the Seven of Cups can mean having options. You can see all of those options on the cloud, but there's like a haziness or a dreaminess to this kind of card. It can be visualization, it can be hallucination, or just even fantasizing about something you could have, something you want, but it's just out of reach. And that Six of Cups also has a little bit of that. You can see he's fantasizing or thinking back to being a boy with the puppy, and those times are gone. So I have a feeling this person is thinking about your relationship and kind of wishing, they had done things differently or that they could go back. There's something along those lines going on here. There's a lot of wish, a lot of thinking, a lot of regret, but I don't see much action because we have the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. This is not moving forward. This is sort of hanging out, waiting for something to happen. It's waiting. And I think it's the Two of Wands problem here. This can mean being at a distance from someone. You see that she's looking out. There's that globe there along with, the van. It can be emotional distance from someone, physical distance. And there's also a sense of life planning here for me. It's like big decisions. Do I reach out and call Pisces? Would Pisces even take my phone call? I don't know. This person could be contemplating whether or not to do something about it, what they should do even, because there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of indecision here. I think they're wondering even if you would accept the phone call. All right. Now we have the Four of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Moon. So the Four of Swords is being separated from someone. It's resting. You can see that she's laying down, but she's exhausted. I think it's there's a lot of guilt here. That's what I'm getting. That Ten of Wands is like a crushing emotional burden. And then this is also a burden. Not to say that you haven't gone through pain, because you absolutely have, but if it's any consolation, this person feels what they've done. We have the Three of Wands. They may have already reached out to you. That's entirely possible. And now they're waiting for that message back. You can see he's watching those ships roll in the harbor. Or they're thinking about reaching out to you and almost trying to manifest maybe a message from you. because there are a lot of fears here with the moon. This is anxiety, it's fear, it's the unknown. I almost think they're just kind of, if I stay in limbo over here, I don't have to deal with the ramifications of this. I don't have to know if it's really over. I don't have to have that kind of final closure conversation. There's still hope. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. All right, let's take a look at your advice. So we have the Four of Cups, and that is, it's a sense of I don't even know what to do with this. You can see she's being offered a cup and she doesn't want it. I think you don't really know how you're feeling about this situation. You know that you're in pain, but you don't know what you want to do. I think you're also maybe living out in this kind of hanged one energy over here where you're thinking about the situation, but you haven't made a decision. Again, not for everyone since this is a general reading. Some of you have already decided no. But there's the Two of Cups in reverse, and there's still love here. There is still that connection, and it was a deep connection. The Two of Cups is it's a partner. It's that partnership. It's the more, I would say, the more practical end of marriage, or the more like the lovers is that exciting courtship period, and this is the real marriage or relationship. It's that being there for somebody no matter what. Now, this is in the reverse, so you're not on the same page right now, but that doesn't mean that that bond is completely gone. And I think it's because of this protective energy going on here with that Four of Pentacles. There could be a money situation here, especially if there's a legal problem with justice. But it's more like protecting yourself, feeling vulnerable, feeling like you have to, kind of circle the wagons here a little, which is understandable if you've had a betrayal. We have one more oracle for you, which is affirmation for acceptance. You can see that there's like the roll of the dice here, and she has the Book of Fate looking at it. Sometimes when we get handed a raw deal, it's hard to accept what happened. So this is sort of a call to figure out what you want to do so that you can get rid of that Four of Cups energy. How do you want to handle this? I think you don't know yet, but you're rapidly getting to the place where you're going to be making that decision. Let's look at your outcome. So we have the Chariot in reverse, which doesn't indicate some movement from this person. I think they're still hanging out. We have the Eight of Swords, which is self-limiting behavior, and largely because they can't take ownership for what they did, or they can't admit that what they did, or they didn't want to face the consequences all the way of it. They're worried about that. The good news is that we have the Queen of Cups, which is definitely Pisces energy. And I think there's some emotional healing that's coming for you. I think that you're going to be able to process this a little bit more, feeling a little more emotionally balanced. Since you go up here from everything is fine, the Ten of Swords, to being in the upright down here and feeling a little bit better, I do think you're going to get to that place eventually. There's also a little bit of an intuition thing going on here. I think you're going to be tuning in to you and figuring out what you want to do. But again, this is a process. So, thank you so much for watching this reading, Pisces. Please let me know if this resonated at all with you. Please like and subscribe, since I do free weekly readings here on YouTube for all the signs. And again, you can find my info below if you would like to order your own private reading. All right, blessed be, Pisces. Have a good week.